It all began in Sydney, Australia on March 31st, 2007, when over 2 million people turned their lights off to manifest their concern about climate change. Now in its 15th year, the Earth Hour continues to be one of the world's largest grassroots movement for the environment. Miss Earth strongly advocates for this urgent matter, and joining us tonight is Miss Philippines Ecotourism Sofia Lopez Galve on behalf of the Miss Earth Foundation to share with us how we can all take part in this mass action, as well as how we can go beyond the hour. Good evening, Sofia. So glad you can join us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. We'd like to know, what is this year's Earth Hour theme?
So this year's theme for the Earth Hour is we underscore the call to shape our future and how we're all encouraged and enjoined to do something for our planet, a positive impact for our planet. And I know that the pandemic had greatly affected our daily lives for the past couple of years, and climate change may be the least of the concerns of the ordinary people, but the issues and the effects of climate change still persists up to this day, and it might be even getting worse as we speak. And so this year's Earth Hour is a reminder for us to think about the things that we should already be doing for our planet, the things that we should be doing now. So for example, there's the urgent call to phase out single-use plastics, to plant more indigenous trees and plants. Of course, there is also the call to promote renewable sources of energy. And of course, what is very applicable now is to find more sustainable means of transportation. And this one is very close to my heart. Of course, we need to give back the recognition to the indigenous peoples as our frontliners for environmental protection.
All pretty crucial stuff, although to some people, saving the environment is a little intimidating, sometimes even daunting. But what can we do in our own ways? Tell us about your advocacy as a Miss Earth winner.
So there's this thing that I do. It's a habit that every one of us can adopt. Think about the things that the Earth or the Mother Earth is giving you on a daily basis. So what I usually do is, I think about how our Mother Earth provides me with food for sustenance, water for hydration. And so what I try to think of it in the inverse. What can I do so that when I'm taking something from our nature, I'm taking it in a responsible manner? So for example, in terms of taking food for sustenance, urban gardening is a very big trend right now. I hope it's not just going to be a trend. I hope it's going to be a regular thing for us people, because this is one way that we can sustainably get food from our environment. We can just grow our own herb or vegetable garden patch in our homes. And because of urban gardening, this can also be done in apartments or condominium units. And as for my advocacy, I am advocating for sustainable ecotourism. This may be something that you cannot do on a daily basis, but I am encouraging other business owners to lean towards a more ecologically friendly approach to their businesses.
That's extremely relevant now, as we see the swell of the pandemic has eased up. And speaking about that, we are so fortunate that now events are back on. So tell us, how can we participate in Earth Hour, and what festivities do we have to look forward to tomorrow?
So of course, the major event here in the Philippines is going to happen at the Rizal Park, where volunteers and stakeholders will gather for a night of music, arts, and even biking. So there will be a concert by Bayang Barrios, and there will be a film showing of environmental documentaries. And for our bike riders, you can ride around the park. And for those who will be staying at home and cannot join us for tomorrow's live event, there are various events online that you can join. For one, there is a roundtable discussion on how our choices in these elections can actually affect our environment. And of course, do not forget to switch off your lights at 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, Sofia Lopez Galve, Miss Philippines Ecotourism 2021. Well, you heard it. Set your alarms 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. tomorrow. Let's switch off our lights, and together, let's shape our